Choir praise team, musician or other, this is your battle to showcase your talent.
Register yourself now by sending us a short video clip of yourself or group via WhatsApp number 0968 261196. You may also come in person to our offices located on plot number 4 Zambezi Drive, Meanwood, Ibex Hill, Lusaka.
This is your time to shine. Don't delay to battle it out in Battle of the Choir. In a world filled with noise, CBC is a voice of hope, truth, and transformation. We are a dynamic, purpose-driven broadcaster bringing you content that uplifts, inspires, and changes lives every single day. From youth to professionals, to families and undeserved communities. Our programming speaks to every heart, every home. And for brands with visions, we are the platform that puts your message where it matters the most. We are more than just a channel. We are a movement of faith, of purpose, of impact. Partner with Cbc TV and let your brand stand for something greater. Purpose, integrity, lasting impact. Cbc TV, inspiring transformation every day.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. My names are Chansa Maimbo. The headlines. MMA Zambia appeals for sponsorship ahead of World Championships. Ndola Hospital completes 27 local surgeries and ministry support. Persons with disabilities demand inclusion. And now the news in detail. Persons with disabilities are calling for greater inclusion in governance. They are urging policymakers to make accessibility a priority, guarantee fair representation, and ensure equal participation in decision making. Advocates say these steps are key for building a more inclusive and democratic society. More in this report. Ndola Teaching Hospital has concluded its week-long orthopedic week, performing 27 major surgeries for patients from Copperbelt and northern regions. The Ministry of Health provided 1.2 million kwacha for surgical implants, enabling trauma-related procedures and hip replacements to be done locally. Ministry and hospital representatives say the initiative has cut waiting times and will continue ensuring more patients across Zambia have access to specialized care. More in this report. The Zambia National Service has handed over the newly completed 16-kilometer Kaongo Road in Kaputa district. The project, built at a cost of 8.3 million kwacha, is being hailed as a milestone in President Hakainde Hichilema's economic transformation agenda. Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu says the road will improve trade, ease the movement of farm produce, and create new opportunities for rural communities. ZNS and the Road Development Agency stress the works have restored vital access to Chief Mukupa Katundula's chiefdom, often cut off during rainy season. Officials say the road shows how infrastructure can drive inclusive growth and support Zambia's wider development.
world filled with noise. CBC is a voice of hope, truth, and transformation. We are a dynamic, purpose-driven broadcaster bringing you content that uplifts, inspires, and changes lives every single day. From youth to professionals, to families and undeserved communities. Our programming speaks to every heart, every home. And for brands with visions, we are the platform that puts your message where it matters the most. We are more than just a channel. We are a movement of faith, of purpose, of impact. Partner with Cbc TV and let your brand stand for something greater. Purpose, integrity, lasting impact. Cbc TV, inspiring transformation every day.
The Zambian National Service has handed over the newly completed 16-kilometer Kaongo Road in Kaputa district. The project, built at a cost of 8.3 million kwacha, is being hailed as a milestone in President Hakainde Hichilema's economic transformation agenda. Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu says the road will improve trade, ease the movement of farm produce, and create new opportunities for rural communities. ZNS and the Road Development Agency stress the works have restored a vital access to Chief Mokupa Katundula's chiefdom, often cut off during the rainy season. Officials say the road shows how infrastructure can drive inclusive growth and support Zambia's wider development goals. More in this report. Leaders and policy makers have stressed the importance of equipping Africa's workforce with the skills needed to drive sustainable industrial growth. The Industrial Skills Week Africa ISWA 2025 being held at the Mulungushi International Conference Center in Lusaka, Zambia, has brought together experts to address the growing skills mismatch on the continent. The summit's theme, Powering Africa's Industrial Future, Skills for Innovation, Growth and Sustainability, highlights the urgent need for practical solutions to bridge the gap between industry needs and workforce capabilities. Minister of Technology and Science, Felix Mutati, has urged African countries to share best practices in breaking barriers that hinder young people from acquiring critical skills. Labor and Social Security Minister Brenda Tambatamba emphasized that closing the skills gap is central to building a future where innovation is embedded across every sector of the economy. She noted that the growing gap between skills supplied by training institutions and those demanded by industry is undermining efforts to create jobs and drive industrial growth. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Technology and Science, Brilliant Havenzu, highlighted the importance of human capital development and technology innovation in driving economic growth and enhancing productivity. He noted that 11 million of Zambia's labor force enter the labor market each year, but only 3 million are accommodated due to skills mismatch. With the African Union Development Agency (NEPAD) and the Zambian government working together, the event is expected to yield tangible outcomes that will benefit the continent's youth and drive economic development. We take our first set of commercials. Join me on the other side for sports and international news.
Christ Life is more than a school. It's a nurturing community. Our qualified teachers use innovative methods that keep the minds and hearts of our students engaged. Our cafeteria isn't just a place to eat. It's a hub of nourishment and community. Our sports activities are always filled with fun and creativity that promote teamwork and confidence in every child. With access to the latest educational software, learners are prepared for the digital age with confidence and creativity, empowering students with skills in and out of the classroom. Swimming is a life skill that is cardinal for survival. Our ballet programs teaches more than just dance. It installs grace, discipline, and expression. The heart of knowledge builds in our school library with a wide collection of fiction, non-fiction, reference material, and digital resources. Our school offers exciting and safe playground facilities for both ECE and primary students. Safety is our top priority, and our drivers are carefully selected for their professionalism and commitment to the well-being of our students. At Christ Life School, we believe education is not just about passing exams. It's about preparation. So, if you are looking for a school that feels like home, where your child will be known, loved, and challenged to reach their highest potential, then Christ Life School is the place.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. We continue with the news. In football updates, Chipolo Polo coach Avram Grant has expressed pride in his players despite Zambia's 2-0 loss to Morocco in a FIFA World Cup qualifier played at a packed Levi Mwanawasa Stadium in Ndola. Grant admitted that two costly errors proved decisive on the night, but he praised his side's overall performance. He praised his side's overall performance against a Moroccan team ranked 24th in the world and regarded as one of Africa's most formidable. He noted that Morocco created very few clear chances from open play, with both of their goals coming from defensive lapses, one in the first half and another from long range. The coach also highlighted the positives, pointing to the steady progress of the squad and the impact of youth European-based players who are beginning to break into the team. He described them as the future of Zambian football, adding that their international exposure will be crucial in raising the team's standards. Zambia, who are still chasing their first ever FIFA World Cup qualification, will now wrap up their Group E Group E campaign next month with features against Niger and Tanzania. Matches that grant insights will be important. Matches that Grant insists will be important for building confidence and momentum going forward. More in this report.
Second goal, 30 meters, they even come to the box, they have last chances on the box. So, the 6 went well. We also had the good chances, 2 times bonus save, marked up the back save. This is the name of the game. This game is very strange for me as a coach, because on one side of the box, they fight like crazy,
Mixed martial arts Zambia is appealing for sponsorship as the country prepares to make its debut at the World MMA Championships later this year. Federation President Benjamin Bush says the sport has grown tremendously in recent years, producing medal-winning athletes at continental level, but financial challenges continue to hinder progress. Last year, Zambia made headlines when fighter Gilbert Ndlovu won a gold medal at the IMMAF Africa Championships in Namibia, an achievement Bush says proves the country has the talent to compete at the highest level. However, he explained that the federation is struggling to raise funds for travel, registration, and athlete allowances. Bush has called on corporate sponsors, stakeholders, and the general public to come on board and support the fighters as they prepare to represent Zambia on the global stage. That's the latest from MA Zambia, an urgent call for support as the athletes chase history at the World Champions. More in this report.
Benjamin Bush, I'm the president of Mixed Martial Arts Zambia. I'm also the head coach of the national team. I'm here appealing for support for the national team to go to the World Championships in Cbc, Georgia. We have 2 weeks to go. Our team is an incredible team. Our sport is one of the highest performing sports in the country. We have the highest ranked combat sports athlete that Zambia has ever had in the last 50 years in Miracle Chipito. She's the #1 flyweight in the world. In mixed martial arts, which is one of the most demanding combat sports there is. You can strike, you can wrestle, you can submit. We've all seen it in the UFC. And we have a team of 11 athletes, including Gilbert Ndlovu, former gold medalist. Miracle Chipito just came back from the African Championships with a gold medal. In fact, we went to the Africa Championships, we were underfunded. We wanted to take a team of 24, and I guarantee you we would have come back with treasure trove of medals. Unfortunately, we could only take 6 athletes, and we still came back with 5 medals. We came back with 1 gold, Miracle Chipito got gold. We came back with 2 silvers, Tryford Mwanga and Watinta Wene, and then we came back with 2 bronze medals as well in Jarsel Chidwe and Kilian Lungu. We constantly perform above and beyond, and we're asking and appealing, give us the opportunity to go and show the world how good we are in this sport. There's over 700 athletes, there's over 100 nations. In Miracle Chipito's division, there's 16 fighters, which means you will have to fight 4 times in order to get gold. In Gilbert's division, there are 32 fighters, meaning he's going to have to fight 5 times to get gold. And believe me when I tell you that we can do it, we can achieve it.
I started mixed martial arts, I was 2022, and believe me, the journey was hard because we never had a good sponsorship. You know, we've been struggling from scratch up to where we are today. Even, you know, mixed martial art, getting medals, you know, we're getting those medals through struggles, you know, dedication, hard work, commitment. You know, if we didn't put all our effort with our sponsorship, we would have quit.
That note brings us to the end of our midday news, but before we go, here's a recap of the headlines. MMA Zambia appeals for sponsorship ahead of World Championships. Ndola Hospital completes 27 local surgeries with ministry support. Persons with disabilities demand inclusion. That's it for today's midday news. God bless Zambia.